Hello, this is Greg Alton Green Greg's coming to you on the 24th of October 21. Time on deck, 2200 hour Central Daylight Time. And we're going to talk about inflation, hyperinflation. We're going to talk about a bear market, and we're going to talk about food and why it matters. And we're going to talk about why you can grow food longer. We're going to do a garden tour, and we're going to look at my okra experiment too. All that on one video here. So, as you know, Jack Dorsey has come out and talked about hyperinflation. He says we're going to be hitting hyperinflation, beyond belief, and nobody's disputing him. On top of that, as you may know, there is a guy named Jim Rogers. Jim Rogers is the co-founder of Quantum, excuse me, I gotta blow the mosquitoes away, of the Quantum Fund with George Soros, and back in 1973. Well, from 1980, he saw his portfolio increase 4,200%, while as the S&P only rose 47%. So 4,200%. Yeah, he has some experience in the market and knowing what the trends are, and has been able to profit on it. So he knows something about it. But what he's saying that the next market will be a bear worse than any ever seen in his lifetime. The next market will be a bear worse than any seen in his lifetime. Now, I just did a video yesterday about food inflation. I went to the grocery store yesterday and filled up 3 small bags and got a little 6-pack of Gatorade. The bags, didn't even fill up the baby seat of the shopping cart. There was nothing in the shopping cart, and that cost me $85. Almost $100 just to fill up the baby seat. Yeah, guys, I've been warning you for a long time that feed prices were going up. I don't have to warn you anymore. They are up. They're up now, and they're still going higher. Especially if hyperinflation hits, how are you going to control it? Well, one thing you got to do is consider growing your own food as much as you can. And that is one thing you can do. Now, the cool thing about food, everybody's used to growing a summer garden. You can actually grow in the spring, summer, and fall. You can make 3 crops in most areas. I have my fall garden going here now, except for the turmeric, which started in the spring. That's a real long season crop. But everything else has started. There's actually garlic planted in here. Here's some carrots I got to thin out with some volunteer garlic come up. We just set out new garlic in here. And here's a little tab. Declaring we've set it out. Now this was set out a little bit earlier. It's rained on it, so it's kind of hard to see where we're planting. The volunteer garlic will probably grow a lot longer. My discovery is that it's not so much a function of how close you plant this stuff. It's more of a function of how long it grows as to how big it gets. So the garlic that gets early start grows the best, and it grows the biggest. That's my experience. I did put some collards in here. The collards I got some from a local farmer's, local market, not a farmer's market, local seed store, and only a few of them come up. There's other weeds growing in there. Turnip greens, well, it chokes out the other. It's turnip and mustard greens with some garlic. There'll be some more garlic shoots coming up here soon, I hope, next to my greenhouse. There's volunteer garlic, and we need some more worm castings in here. We got a little bit in here. Some of the beds up here in the back really need some more castings on them. You can see back here we've got some beds back here that aren't all planted out yet. These are still lacking some more work here. Oh yeah, I'm just going to talk about the okra project. So, some of you may be aware, I planted some okra back, at the very end of the season, like the very last, week or days that you're supposed to be able to plant okra around here. And I planted some seeds that were several years old. This turmeric's about done. Do have some pepper right here. I didn't fertilize anything here today, guys. I've been so busy. This garden got severely neglected. So, it is what it is. We got some sweet potatoes in here. But we do have a garden. That's a good thing. This okra project is been struggling. Deer chomped it down twice, so that kept it really knocked down more. It might have been done better if it wasn't for that. I'm sure it would be doing a lot better. But there are some little seed pods just trying to come out here, at the very tip top here. Maybe they'll make it. Just maybe. All I want is some seeds. Just give me some seeds. This one's got some seed pods on it. Now we're getting toward where we may have a frost. I have seen okra. Once it gets going, it's tough. I mean, it loves heat, but it's tough and will linger once it gets going. for a while. I mean, it can't handle a hard freeze. I don't know, I actually think it could a little bit initially. Because I've been surprised how green okra would be when I pulled it up at the end of the season. You know, cotton and okra both got a very woody stalk, same flavor, same flower, they're related. I could put some hoops over this and put some plastic over it, but I'd have to really watch it regularly or it'd get too hot, you know, and be an oven, bake everything in here. You got to watch that. That's a possibility, especially if we get a freeze. My turmeric, I don't have near as much turmeric this year. So the roots are cracking the soil down there. That's a good sign. But I don't have as much turmeric just because I didn't save the roots right last year. The peat moss I put them in was just too dry. I didn't moisten it at all, and it desiccated. So that's one of the things you got to watch with turmeric, I guess. Let me show you my garlic that's left over. So we've planted a lot of garlic. We're finally finished planting the garlic today. And we planted the garlic just at the beginning of the moon waning. So the last couple of days we've been planting garlic. So some people think you got to plant it on the waning moon. Actually, I would have planted it sooner, we just didn't get around to it. Been busy. So I'll show you the garlic that's hanging, what's left. And what's left is either going to be for me to eat or for me to sell. And I really went good. We've sold some at the farmer's market already a few times now. And you know, I do eat a fair bit myself. So there'll be maybe enough for the next few farmers markets, maybe not. We'll see what we got left up here. Hopefully next year I'll have a lot bigger crop of garlic. One thing I will do next year different is cut the scapes earlier so that the bulbs grow bigger. Now I planted the biggest bulbs, except for, I think there's one up there. It's still pretty good size, maybe a couple. But I planted the biggest bulbs, so I'll save the stuff that's already broken, the stuff that looks rough for me. I'll try to sell the rest. I don't think I'll have enough to get through the farmer's market, to be honest. I'll probably sell that before the market's over. Maybe, maybe not. But I got to save some for me. Anyway, so that's the story with the garlic. So what you need to do, if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, bang the notification bell, and click all. Here guys, we got some dandelions. Come up. See that? That's dandelion. Dandelion, because it looks like a lion's tooth. That's edible. Of course, this clover is edible. Dandelion among here. I got a lot of trash here. So got a lot of stuff cleaned up here, guys. So I was doing some chainsawing here. Had using the back of my truck as a chainsaw repair platform, trying to climb a tree with a chainsaw, but I hadn't been cranked in 2 years, and she don't want to crank easy. And when I got up in the tree with it, I couldn't pull that hard enough to make it fire. I did do a one-hand pull before I got up in the tree, but just didn't want to do it when I was up in the tree. I got to cut some limbs because I don't want to fall in on the mushroom house I need to build. I'm trying to get a mushroom house built. Anyway, guys, so subscribe, bang that notification bell, and click all. And look, guys, you can grow 3 seasons in your own garden. 3 seasons. The way to do that, though, is to have seeds. And you need to get your seeds early with supply chains unraveling, with the hyperinflation kicking in. Get everything you can while the getting's good, because prices are not coming down, guys. Check out my link to True Leaf Market for seeds. That's what I encourage you to do. Check out my link to True Leaf Market. Anyway, wish everybody a great day, and catch you later. Bye.